You just watched the Chiefs put up a 37-20 statement win over Baltimore, and if you're like me, you're sitting there with a mix of excitement and relief. This wasn't one of those squeaky late comeback victories. This was full control. Right away, that score matters. It's not just 3 points on the board, it's momentum, confidence, and a reminder of what this team looks like when everything clicks. Let's be blunt and get to the two biggest takeaways. Number one, the offense showed up in a way we haven't consistently seen this season. Patrick Mahomes looked like the Mahomes we expect, precise, creative, and willing to push the ball to multiple targets. He threw 4 touchdown passes, his first 4 TD performance in nearly 2 years, and that's a big deal. The throws were varied, timing routes, intermediate darts, and some designed plays that forced the Ravens to adjust on the fly. When Mahomes is comfortable calling plays and trusting the guys around him, this offense becomes dangerous again. Number 2, Xavier Worthy's return changed the whole dynamic. When Worthy stepped back on the field, roles suddenly made sense. Receivers slid back into their lanes. Juju Smith-Schuster settled into the intermediate work. Hollywood Brown got his vertical looks, and the offense could finally spread the field. Worthy produced game-changing plays, long gains that opened the defense and created easier looks underneath. That kind of spacing doesn't just create a single highlight. It reshapes a game plan. Quick moment for you. If this win eased your nerves about the offense, hit the like now. While you're at it, if you haven't yet, tap subscribe. We're pushing to hit 5,000 subscribers, and your subscription matters more than you think. It literally helps us get more breakdowns like this out faster. Let's dig into Xavier Worthy a little deeper, because honestly, his return might have been the single biggest spark for this offense. Before this game, the Chiefs were trying to duct tape their passing attack together. Guys were playing out of position, receivers were forced into roles they weren't really built for, and everything felt a little off. But once Worthy came back, it was like flipping a switch. Suddenly, everyone knew their lane, and the playbook opened up. Worthy didn't just show up, he produced. We're talking about 121 total yards, including that explosive 35-yard end-around where he just flew past defenders untouched. Plays like that don't just move the chains. They change the entire energy of the offense. Defenses can't cheat anymore. They have to respect the deep ball, they have to watch the jet sweep, and they have to honor Worthy's speed in space. That kind of attention frees up guys like Juju Smith-Schuster to work the middle and Hollywood Brown to stretch vertically without being bracketed every snap. And let's be real, the Chiefs needed this. After Worthy went down in Week 1, it felt like the offense was searching for answers. Now, with him back, roles snapped into place. Juju got back to being a reliable possession guy. Hollywood returned to his natural speed role. Even Travis Kelce, who didn't light up the stat sheet in the red zone, benefited from less defensive focus. You could feel it. The offense finally looked balanced again. What really stood out was how confident Andy Reid and Matt Nagy were to call plays with Worthy in motion. Screens, jet sweeps, verticals, nothing was off the table. It was like the coaching staff was finally able to breathe, and that's huge when you're heading into games against teams like Jacksonville and Detroit. Defenses have to prepare for a whole different level of complexity now. I want you to hit the comments right now and tell me, who do you think should get the most targets moving forward? Is it Worthy, Hollywood Brown, or Juju Smith-Schuster? I'll be pinning a poll so you can vote too. And while you're down there, make sure you subscribe. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers, and hitting that mark means more in-depth Chiefs breakdowns just like this one. Patrick Mahomes reminded everyone exactly why he's the best in the league. 4 touchdown passes. Let that sink in for a second. It was his first 4 TD game in nearly 2 years. The last time he did it was back in October of 2023 against the Raiders. That's how long it's been since we saw this kind of fireworks from number 15, and it couldn't have come at a better time. The beauty of this performance wasn't just the numbers, though. It was how Mahomes spread the ball around. He didn't force it to one guy. He trusted his reads, went through his progressions, and hit whoever was open. That's when you know the offense is humming. When Mahomes is operating in rhythm and defenders can't predict where the ball's going. He threw darts, floated touch passes, and even created off-script when Baltimore tried to pressure him. It was vintage Mahomes, and you could tell he was having fun out there. Now, here's the kicker. The play calling looked completely different. With Xavier Worthy back, Andy Reid and Matt Nagy had the freedom to open things up. Screens, quick hitters, motion-heavy looks, and deep shots all came back into play. It wasn't just a vanilla game plan anymore. It felt like the Chiefs were finally dictating to the defense instead of reacting. Baltimore was missing starters on defense, sure, but Mahomes shredded whoever lined up across from him. That matters. You can only play the opponent in front of you, and the Chiefs didn't just win. They dominated. And you know what else? The balance was there. Yes, the run game wasn't perfect, we'll get into that later, but the mix of passes, play action, and quick screens kept Baltimore on its heels. That's what makes this team dangerous, when Mahomes has options and defenses can't guess the next move. I want to hear from you on this. What was your favorite Mahomes throw from this game? Was it the laser across the middle, the touch fade, or maybe the improvisation under pressure? Drop it in the comments. I'll be checking to see what throw Chiefs Kingdom loved most. And while you're here, make sure you're subscribed to Total Chiefs News. We're aiming for 5,000 subscribers, and your support gets us one step closer. Now let's flip the tape to the defense. The defensive performance wasn't just solid, it showed flashes of a championship-level unit. From the first whistle, they were dialed in, and the biggest edge they brought was relentless pressure. When you can disrupt a quarterback like Lamar Jackson, who thrives on improvisation, you force mistakes. Jackson looked uncomfortable, indecisive, and frankly out of sync, and that's a credit to the defensive game plan. What I loved most was the creativity in the pass rush. The Chiefs mixed pressures from linebackers, corners, and safeties in a way that made film study a nightmare for future opponents. Offensive lines couldn't predict where the heat was coming from. That kind of unpredictability compounds week after week. It doesn't just win one game, it builds a reputation. Teams planning for the Chiefs now have to prepare for multiple looks, which stretches prep time and creates opportunities late in games. Now the young guys deserve their due. Noel Williams, as a rookie, stepped up in a monster way. Getting consistent snaps and holding his own at the point of attack is huge for the depth chart. When rookies like him show they can play, it lets the coaches rotate packages without losing quality. That keeps the starters fresh and keeps scheming flexible. Beyond pressure and young talent, the defense did a great job with assignment football. They were disciplined in coverage, and when the rush didn't immediately get there, the second level and DBs were ready to limit big plays. That combination, pressure plus sound coverage, is the formula for playoff-winning defenses. Smash the like if you want more defensive breakdowns, and tell me in the comments, do you think this defense is the Chiefs' edge to make a deep run this year? Yes or no? All right, even with all that dominance, there are areas to fix. Red zone play calling remains a little inconsistent. The team had opportunities to put up more points, but sometimes struggled to identify the best way to attack in tight spaces. The running game also needs improvement. The Chiefs rushed for 118 yards as a team, but context matters. Xavier Worthy's 2 carries accounted for big chunks. Pacheco averaged 5 yards, and Hunt was mostly short yardage. Against a Ravens front that allowed rushing yards, efficiency could have been better. On the plus side, Brashard Smith saw increased snaps, adding a dynamic element to the backfield. Finally, Justin Butker. He's still accurate overall, but a few misses and near misses this season are uncharacteristic. The way his foot is contacting the ball needs monitoring, because kicking consistency matters, especially in tight games. Here's the bottom line. Even with these negatives, the Chiefs still won convincingly. Adjustments to red zone execution, a slightly more efficient run game, and keeping Butker sharp can all be managed. The team has room to grow, and these are fixable issues if addressed. Quick engagement. Should the Chiefs consider adding another running back to boost the ground game? Yes or no in the comments. And before you go, make sure you're subscribed to Total Chiefs News. We're aiming for $5,000 subscribers, and that support lets us bring more breakdowns, recaps, and inside looks at the Chiefs all season. That's the full story from the Chiefs' statement win, the highs, the areas to improve, and everything in between. Stick around, stay engaged, and remember, this team is showing it can dominate on both sides of the ball, and there's plenty more Chiefs action coming.